This was actually one of the first songs we had written for the album. We ended up re-recording this one about 3 or 4 times.
3 times, yeah.
Before getting the version we have now that we're really happy to open the album.
Yeah, we'd actually, the first version of it we put as a demo on MySpace, if you remember, and we really liked it at that point because it was something slightly different with all the beat. And it was, you're right, over sort of time, it just slowly became just like, oh, this is not quite right.
The first verse idea we had wasn't quite as melodic possibly as the rewrite was, so it might have been that, but yeah, something didn't feel right with it. I'm asleep on the other side, I'll be over soon. Paralysed was one I'd written about a dream actually that I've had from time to time. I've suffered from sleep paralysis. But yeah, it developed from there and then became this song, which is probably a little bit darker than the other stuff we've done on this album, not just the stuff before.
Quite like about this one, I think it was the first sort of, actually probably first real rock song that I think we played.
Yeah, I mean that's
as much of rock as we do, but
I think it was more the rock of folk rock.
Yeah.
I suppose. Yeah.
And I think that in itself kind of gave us a bit of a sort of stepping stone in the direction of this album, I think. Living on the Inside is actually it's kind of about the process of recording the album. We'd started recording, I think we got sort of the basis of 2 or 3 tracks down before I finished writing it, and it just became this, you put the album together, you put music together, and then the actual struggle of actually getting it out there, that kind of process just was on my mind really strongly at the point of writing it. This kind of terror of whether or not this album's even gonna come out, you know.
Maybe it'll be finished.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I hope that you will find a little peace.
This one was the first song, the very first song we actually started recording for the album, and probably the one that gave us the
most trouble.
The biggest headache, yeah. We had three ideas for the chorus that sort of developed whilst we were recording it, and we just couldn't decide which one was going to be the best one to use. So in the end, we just used all 3. I'm actually probably most happy with that. I do like the way it's all.
It's switching from one is piano, one guitar, one
it all builds. But then the other thing we struggled with was the solo, the original solo I had. I think you were.
I quite liked it.
I was going to say you were.
But you were always a bit like it's a temporary solo, and we even recorded it down. You were like, I'm not too sure. But then what we've done now, I think I do prefer actually.
But no, it never felt right to me, and I knew that we had to record it, and it was the last thing we changed. So
technically, the last thing that we recorded was.
It was the first song we recorded, and
I do like this sort of interplay between guitar and piano. I think in this track actually quite a lot actually, and that solo particularly is quite nice. Always Have is actually, it's another love song. It was Always Have is always a working title, if you remember as well. When we started recording it, we called it Always Have because it's one of the vocals does that. And I never actually just found anything that sort of fits better, just about that kind of endless love, really. Without calling it endless love, because I think someone's done that already, haven't they?
I wouldn't have gone for that if you said to call it that, to be honest.
Yeah, no, probably wouldn't have.
No, maybe.
And I did actually manage to get some slap bass in this, which was literally one pop and one slap. That was it.
goes on about this quite a lot.
I'm quite glad that we can now say that there's slap bass on the album.
It's true. And I always love the stuff in this one, that little jing thing at the end. That's always fun to do. Like,
That's where the slap bass is.
Is that where it is?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just that bit. I'm glad. Yeah, it's slap bass and that bit.
Walking back and forward, I see sights.
Under the Greatest Skies was another one for me that I noticed that same lyrical story coming in as I was writing it. That all about sort of trying to escape to somewhere from somewhere, but I'm not quite sure where it's to or from.
Yeah.
As yet, maybe lyrics in the future will answer that. I don't know.
This is one of my favourite ones to record, I think. I don't know, because its simplicity, I think, is what I quite like about it. If I remember the sort of second guitar part with all kind of very repetitive lines that all fit over every chord and stuff like that. It was just kind of really nice to put together, to bring it together.
Say about the simplicity as well. It's the probably one of the only ones on the album where I don't think until the choir almost type voices are coming at the end. There's no harmonies actually throughout it in any of it, which is
different for us.
I was going to say which is different for us. We've always been that.
And I think when we were discussing it, I think it was that. Do we put these here? And it's actually, let's not.
I don't think
Let's do something slightly different with it. And I think that's what works. I think.
No, it does.